Hi y'all, it's Jackie. Back again. So I want to show you the finished thing of these. So I changed the lace on this. If you remember, we had this one kind of here, and I decided I did not like it, and I found something else, and I like this much better. So I just sewed across there, and so that looks really cute on there. And this one, I put some little buttons on here. Oh, I see one fell off. Oh, the whole dangle fell off. Nope, there it is. It just got folded up. Oh, whew. So I did that, put little buttons on there. So you can see those. This one, I just stitched around this bottom, looking cute. And this one, I just stitched across the top. So those are done. All right, so now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the cover of this. So I'm using one of these Amazon mailers. It's the smaller one that comes, let's see, it is 12 by 9 1/4. And I'm just going to fold it in half, and this is going to make my cover. It's going to be a quick one signature little journal. Now what I did on this, because the papers I want to use they're not quite big enough. So what I decided to do was take my acrylic paint, and I've already done one, but I'll show you what I've done. So I've just taken some pink or some red and some white, and I've just kind of sponge painted around the edge. And I just you know, I just went back over it to make whatever. I'm probably gonna like this one better than the other one. And that's all I did. First I did this, and I was like, I don't really like that. But then I went back and I put a bunch of texture, just using white and red and just going around the edge. So I've done that all around the edge, and let me show you what I came up with. I've done one, and it's already dry. Let me fold this up because I'm trying to save this paint a little bit. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'll put it over here. All right, let me put this off to the side now. Probably if I put it on the floor, the cats will walk on it. They probably will. So this is what it looks like. And then that's the outside, and then this is the inside. Sort of like the way that came out better. But anyway, so this now I am going to use, not this piece. I have another one. I'm going to use this one. Okay, let me show you. So this is the piece that's, is that the right way? No, this way. This is the piece that's going to go on the front. And I'll show you how I got this look. So when we fold it and glue it on, it's going to look like this. It's going to be a real crunchy journal cover, but I think that's going to look really pretty. And we'll do some other things to this too, so it'll look a little nicer. But, so how did I do this? Well, I took my piece of paper like this, and I only printed one side, and then I did this. And I really like this technique. I do use it quite a bit. I just want to make sure, looking here, that we got nice scrunchies everywhere. Okay. And then I'm taking my Distress ink, and this is walnut stain. You could use whatever you want. And I'm going to go around the edge, and I'm going to go over the top gently. And when you go over the top, you can see that it begins to pick up all of those wrinkles you made. And I just love the effect that this makes. Okay. I'm going to make sure I get the edges. I know some people can just, well, some people do that and it works out okay, I guess. I don't use this as much. If you find a place you want a little more wrinkle, then you just put it in there. Now, I kind of toyed around with a couple of ways to do the edge of that cover. I thought about putting some extra paper on the edges, but I decided I'm going to put a lot of lace around the edge, so I decided I would just go with the painting and the paint will show through the lace. Look how this looks. I love it. So this piece is actually going to go on the inside. Make sure I get the edges. I don't think I got this edge very well. Making sure. You want to make sure you get, the ink where you want it so it looks the way you want it to look. This is the way it's going to go. And you can, I'm not using very much ink, I don't think. I'm just, using a little bit. So it's not too dark. Let me see my other piece. Let's see if we want to. I'm going to just crinkle this up a little more. It's kind of fun to crinkle it up. So we'll go all around on this one. Make sure we get all those little wrinkles to show up and look old, distressed. Yeah, they say as you get older, not to wear so much makeup, because this is exactly what it does. It just accentuates your wrinkles. So I guess that must be true. Yikes, I don't know. Okay, does that look pretty good? All right, I think that looks pretty good. Just make sure my edges are good. Okay, now I'm just thinking as I do this that I want to go around the edge of this too. And just distress this. So it's not quite so bright. And we can go back and do more distressing on this if we want to. After, we'll have to see what it looks like, what the lace looks like. All right. Okay, so now I just want to check and make sure we've got everything covered pretty well. So I think I'm going to just go like this, right around there. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, that mutes it a little bit and makes it a little bit older looking. Okay, so now I'm thinking, what do I want to do? I'm probably going to want to sew around this, right? So I'm wondering how smart I can be. Can I be smart enough to glue this on one side? No. I'm going to get this tacked down. I'm going to sew it. I'm going to sew around the edge of this one and then put it on. I was trying to decide if I could be smart enough to glue both of them down and sew once, but I don't really think I'm smart enough to figure that out. Okay. So this is going to get glued on. Very nice. Now let's see what we have for some lace that we want to use. I pulled over a couple. I have this doily that's all ripped and torn, but that's really not going to give us a straight edge, so I'm not sure that I want to use that. What I had thought I might do for the cover was to put this on the cover, but that's going to cover everything up. So I might just like lay a little bit of this on top of it for the cover. I think that might look nice, like that. Yes, and then I'm going to find lace to put around. I also, at an estate sale recently, got this really large, it's a big tablecloth, and I'll show you, it looks like this. It's pretty big. And I think I'm going to also put pieces of this in my Etsy shop. But it's got a lot of holes and a lot of stains, so it's not going to hurt my feelings to cut it up. But I'm thinking cutting off this edge will make a nice edge on the journal. So it would be something, you know, I would cut off those little pineapple-y pieces. So let's just do that. Let me see. So probably in here like this. And probably my whole arm is just in your way, sorry. And then see, you'd have something like this on the edge. Yeah, I think that looks like a good thing to do. All right. So don't cringe at me. It's really old and it's really stained and it's ripped in so many places that I would not be able to use it. Ones that I find that are beautiful and that I want, that are whole and gorgeous, I do. I use them, you know, on my table for tablecloths and whatnot. And I like that. So I think if we put something like this, you know, I'm not going to use the whole thing. I'm going to cut a strip. Oh, but that could go right around the top, couldn't it? Just like that. And then this will go on. Oh, see, won't that look really pretty? Yeah, that's going to look super pretty. Yep. So that's what we'll do there. And so I'm going to get this sewn, and I'll come back and we'll, I'll get the lace all ready, and we'll get all the pieces sewn, because I'm going to put the lace on before I put this on. I think. Let me check that again. Let's see. What do we think? We don't want the lace on the top. I don't think. It's hard to tell when you're doing it this way, when I have the whole piece. But I don't think we want to do that. Let me see. This is gracious plenty if I go here. So I'll cut right across this, right here on this one. It's heavy, so it's pulling it down when I'm cutting. I'm cutting right along the bottom of here. Okay, and then we're going to cut right up here. This is the piece that's going to go on the edge to like here. And I'm just going to leave this kind of together right here, because I'm going to let this go right across the top. And I don't usually do it this way, but since it's all together, we can just make one strip to go right across the top. And let's see how far over we need to go. There. So that's how that's going to look pretty much. I'm going to cut it over here so that we have extra, just in case, you know. Okay. So then, I can't see in here very well because the sun is shining in. Let's cut these little guys right off. Those are going to be fun to use somewhere else. This little hanging bits or on something. Okay. So So this is what we're going to have, and we're going to add some other parts of it down at the bottom, down there. But this will go across, so it'll hang out like that. So the question is, do we want it under the paper, or do we want to go over the paper? And, I don't know. Let's see. I'm thinking I might want to go over the paper. Just a tad. Just so we cover up that edge, right? Just a little bit, because I don't want to hide the paper because it's so beautiful. But I think that's what we'll do. We'll sew around that side. Now, do I want to go to another edge, to another corner like I did on that one, and cut it like that so I can come around the corner, sort of, and down? I think, you know, so it would look then like this. So that would be a corner on that side. So the corners would be here and here on the top. That's probably what I'll do. Okay. So I'm going to figure that out, and then how much time? Okay. All right. So I will come back. These are quick little short videos, just, you know, then you have 15 minutes to sort of look. Sometimes they'll be longer, but all right. I'm going to stop there, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay well. And I might even hook this to the next one when I come back after I decide and sew this on. And we'll see what the inside looks like. All right, guys. Excuse me. Thanks so much. Stay well. I'll talk to you soon.